And why is this? It clearly shows that there is a mismanagement of our water resources across Goa. First is, if they had managed to save the water and ensure that sufficient water supply is made available even as in the reservoirs as a buffer stock, because you know when the summer comes it starts getting hot and people need more water and more consumption takes place, and we cannot have these kind of situations right in January, February, March, which are causing inconvenience to the people and no water for people. Number one. Number two, the Chief Minister promised 24/7 water supply, and every 2 years this target or this goal was being changed to saying 12 hours, now to saying 4 hours. People in my constituency are not getting water even for 15-20 minutes. This is what is happening. And if water comes in some places, it comes only as a trickle. Why is this happening? Because when I use the word failure of the government, it is not simply failure by these water resources management, but it's also a planning mismanagement. You are allowing multi-project, that is what we call these multiplexes and other things to come up. Huge consumption of water is taking place in these colonies. You are allowing posh bungalows which are worth crores of rupees, which you and I will not be able to buy. They are coming, each bungalow is coming with a swimming pool. Where are they getting water from? And I ask you one simple question. The department always says they will make arrangements for the water, but what in truth is happening is these huge colonies, they have a sump. They are draining out the water into the sump. So the locals around are not getting the water, and that water is also being used for the swimming pool. Then you need to flush out the swimming pool, you need to wash it, you need to replenish that. How are you keeping a check that they are bringing water tankers from where? From the river? From which sources? And finally, this is corruption. Why corruption? Because it is very simple. You don't get water, you have to hire tankers to supply water. It means you have to pay for it. So that somebody is earning out of this. And this is the way people are suffering, and they are making money and they are not bothered about it. So I think time has come where the government is not coordinating, like the town planning department is not coordinating with the PWD in the water resources. There has to be a total coordination to see what is the carrying capacity, how much can we allow more constructions to come up. And these kind of projects which are asking them to stop, I say that they should be stopped from having swimming pools. You can ask me a question, what about the panchayats? Because at the panchayat level they are giving the permission. You will remember that in the assembly I had opposed an amendment to the Panchayat Raj Act. There was an amendment brought by Honorable Minister Maureen Goodino, which says that if the panchayat doesn't decide within 30 days, the file itself will be taken and given to the BDO for passing the file, which means panchayat is completely taken away from the power. So tomorrow if the panchayat doesn't decide because of the water issue, BDO will do it. If panchayat refuses, BDO will do it, and they will say there is a clearance from town planning. What is your problem? There was a matter which was here in Betki Kandola, where this similar issue was there. The High Court had quashed the permissions granted, and because specially one of the factors was the water requirement was not taken into consideration. A review was filed and that judgment was set aside, and I am hopeful that their lordships in the review, when they consider the final part of the review, the final hearing, they will consider these aspects, because these are matters which concern our life and which is Article 21 of the Constitution. And therefore I think these are major issues where we need to stop these projects which are coming in across Goa. And you are having this shortage, make an assessment, see the need, see the reality, and accordingly you may allow constructions to come up. I am opposing the swimming pools from coming up, where swimming pools are consuming huge amount of water, and I repeat, each bungalow having a swimming pool. This is where the water drainage is getting.
Tanker mafia is also involved in this?
When I said corruption, I said about the tanker. And when I said about the tanker, people are not getting it free. Somebody has to pay for it. And therefore, it would be, I can't use the word tanker mafia, but if that's the word you use, I think commonly understood by the people, then it's the tanker mafia.